Okay, fifth time's the charm. Good morning, No. Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talks. So hope everybody's having a great day. I have tried to get this video out now. I think this is the sixth time now. And I'd like it to work out on this one now. So we're going to see how this goes. I was having a tough time picking out a video. I'm going to kind of speed through the story because it rambles on, and then I'm a little slow when I get certain parts of it. Needless to say, I was sitting here looking for a video topic and couldn't find one. It's late at night for me, and it's way past when I should already have my video planned and filmed, but I haven't had one. As I'm surfing through stuff, I go and check my email real quick, and I have a great email in there. And it's near and dear to my heart because, for those of you that don't know, my dad just passed away less than 6 months ago, right about 6 months ago. You guys know I put up videos when I was up in New England at different places. So some people that were following that, they knew what happened. A lot of great condolences. However, I was not put in this exact position that this person that wrote this email was put in. And I think it's a great topic to talk about because it applies to every single one of us. The email reads, oh, and if you enjoyed this video, please help me out. Hit that thumbs up button. Had a horrible day on yesterday's video. Got a ton of thumbs up. But just as I expected, the video did not get shared because it was a hot topic. Very no, I guess you can say. So help me out today with some thumbs up, and I think this video is going to do amazing. So in this email, it reads, hello, my name is... We're going to say, beep. My dad recently passed away, leaving me a monster box of 2004 American Silver Eagles and other really cool silver items. Don't really know what to do. Please help. So there's a couple things here that I've got to say right off the bat. Being put in that position, you got my condolences. It's hard when you lose a direct relative, especially if it's still fresh. It gets easier from what I hear. But with that being said, what do you do now? You know, this is something that I worry about a lot because I put a lot of time into building a collection that I believe will benefit my son and a long way down the road. I don't believe that what I've bought in is going to stop at the value that it's sitting at today. I believe that the value of this collection is going to continue to go up and appreciate, and hopefully it appreciates in his possession. What I would feel bad about, I would say rolling around in the grave, but I don't believe in that, is if my stuff essentially just went to a pawn shop. And boom, got a big chunk of money. Let's go out and have a good time. That's not what I am really frugal and saving for. I think that I've put a lot of work into it, and I hope that he's going to hold on to it. I've given him instructions on what I'd like to see him do with it. I've given him even a list of people that I trust, and that if he needs a little money, sell a little as needed. These are people that are stackers like myself, and essentially he'll be all right. Now, with that being said, I've also put time into educating him on precious metals, so much to the point where now he is older and he's working, and he will ask me, hey, can you find me a deal? I'd like to get like 5 ounces this week. Maybe 10 ounces if he has a good week. It all depends what he made that week and how much he spent that week, what's going on. So I feel a little confident that I've trained him well. But in so many cases, us that are stackers are viewed upon as tinfoil hat people, doomsday gloomers, people thinking the end of the world's coming, or just crazy old people with a bunch of coins. You know, it's hard. It's really hard. In some cases, to talk about with family what we do and why we do it. I'll be honest, it took a huge toll on for me, a 20-year relationship. Making it look like I am against everything. to a point to where, I mean, you know, maybe I'm, what do they call it? My glass is half empty, because I think the world is rigged. I think everything's rigged, and it's just to keep people working. We're not taught about silver. We're not taught about gold for a reason. When you go to school, they don't teach you about money anymore. What they teach you is your basic work, work, work. You keep a schedule. You need to know how to go to work. Everything comes down to making you a productive member of society. You know, I was actually watching Tulsa Kings, and Sylvester Stallone had said something, and he's like, what do you think? You think college is like what you're using it for? Do you think? He goes, I don't know. What's it for? He goes, it's to show an employer that you can go to work you can go somewhere for 4 years, show up on time, put in a schedule, and complete a set amount of tasks. And that's exactly what it is. It's designed to teach people work ethic, in my opinion. However, I believe we've gotten away from that a little bit because some of the kids that come out of college don't have that. And they have a lot of debt built up because of it. But that's for a whole nother video. But where I'm going with this is when it comes to silver, and, you know, someone like this individual that just got an inheritance, a bunch of silver, don't really know much about silver. A lot of things can go wrong in that situation. People can, one, try to take advantage of you. In a lot of cases, I started writing it out and explained to him, my opinion, I would keep it. He left it to you. He had a reason for buying it. And a lot of us that have been stacking for a long time, we have a reason that we've bought it. If you don't need, and really need the money, I wouldn't sell it. Happens to be a box of 2004 American Silver Eagles. And that happens to be one of my favorite or better years. So, I mean, there's a few years that I really like in that. That's also the year of the Texas quarter, for those of you that don't know. There's a few things about that year that I really like. But understanding the difference between needs and wants are two different things for a lot of people. And something like this, it seems life-changing. You would have no problem, in my opinion, right now, turning that out, selling it, and pulling $15,000 offer almost instantly. And I'm going to explain why that number came up. So I've actually been talking more with people lately, coin shops and different places, on what's going on where people are having to sell their metals. I would think that $15,000 is a crazy cheap number. At $30 a piece for an American Silver Eagle, I wouldn't do it. But I will also say that is a big stack. 500 American Silver Eagles. For those of you that don't know what an American Silver Eagle is, they look like this. And the average person having that kind of money to spend on that is few and far. And even dealers who may have to sit on them for a little while, even though I'm convinced if you have the right network, it would sell. You could dump the whole box at $30 a piece instantly, in my opinion. Only because if anybody came up to me and said, hey, you want to buy them for $30 a piece, I would buy them in a minute. But I'm not going to ship stuff and deal with all that stuff. With that being said, I only buy if it's hands-on. And that's kind of what you're going to have to do. You may have to go somewhere to a bigger place. You could call around, see what people are paying for Eagles. Right now, the spot price on silver at the time of filming this video is basically $29. So it's $28.80, but you know, that's saying $1.20 over spot for that. There will be people that will try to get that at spot price. There will be people that will try to get it 20% back. I mean, let's just say for a quick minute, clear 28.80 times 0.8 times 0.8. They will try to get that for... Did I do that wrong? Oh, no wonder. Yeah, okay, yeah. 20. Damn, that's cheap. Boy, if you take that 20% back, that comes out to $23 a piece. Shoot. That's low. I can't even believe that came out that low. And I only say that because I talked to a couple friends that are big dealers in the city, and they've told me that, you know, they try to get it at 20% back. I wouldn't sell my stuff at 20% back, only because I just told you at $30 you were looking at $15,000. However, at this same 20% back, you're looking at $11,520. And then they'll probably try to spice it up and say, I'll give you an even 12. But really what I'm thinking, I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't sell it because your dad put a lot of work into it. That's a lot of money. When he bought it, it was cheap. I would, however, in my personal opinion, consider getting it appraised. If he just recently passed away, I'm not a tax expert, but from what I have learned and seen, I'm not a tax expert. Having a collection, let's say you buy an ounce of gold at $1,000, hypothetically, this was years ago, and I bought it, and I passed away, and now gold is $2,500. If I passed away and I left it to whoever I left it to, and they go and get it appraised, and they say that ounce of gold is worth $2,500, then that becomes the new cost basis. So when he does eventually go and sell that ounce of gold, his starting price is $2,500, not $1,000. But you need to have it appraised within, I don't know how many days. You have a time limit on it. But I wouldn't plan on selling it. You know, one of the beauties of silver is you have it. It's nobody really even knows you have that. Only you. If somebody hypothetically needed a little bit of money, you know, if you don't have any intent on selling it down the road, then maybe don't even need to have it appraised. But I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you options. And I'm telling you based on my opinion. And I have to say that because I'm not a financial expert. I'm not an accountant. However, I do want to kind of give my opinion on the question because it's a good question. It could happen to me and my son. It could happen to any of the subscribers out there. Once you have your silver, let's hypothetically say you pull out 10 ounces and you put them on eBay. You put them on Craigslist. You put them on Facebook. You're probably going to get a whole lot more money. I have actually put ounces in a yard sale and got a pretty good price. And some people would say, are you kidding me, in a yard sale? I'm not kidding you. I had some Morgans. I put them out in a little case, and I kept it right next to me. So when people were paying me, they were right there. And people would ask, oh, can I take a look at that? Specifically older gentlemen. These are people that are probably coin collectors, and they must be if they were buying them. Some maybe silver preppers. And essentially, they would buy them. Trying to sell it in a full boat, 500 ounces, is a huge amount to try to sell. Unless you had a big reason for needing that, I wouldn't sell it. I can't stress that enough. The easy answer would be just shoot you an email and say, oh, sell it to me for, I'll give you 10 grand. I mean, that's what a lot of people will try to do. However, that ain't me. I mean, I want to see you get the most for it if you were going to sell it. But on the flip side, I would not sell it. I think the potential for silver is huge. And it's really sad that if someone took the time to save that much silver, put that much silver away, whatever the case may be, and hold it for however long he held it, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 2004. He probably bought those super cheap. I mean, you might even have the paperwork when you start looking through it. And then hold it, and then he never really got to see the day. If he just recently passed away, he started seeing the beginning of the bull market. What I believe will be the biggest silver run-up in history. And for people that don't know the history of silver, we've seen some crazy run-ups. In 2008, during the whole housing crisis, we've seen silver go from $5 over a 3-year time span to $50. That's 10 times your money. Today, that box of Eagles, realistically, someone will try to get it for $15,000. But can you imagine if in 3 or 4 years from now, somebody offers you $150,000? $150,000 is life-changing money. $15,000 is not life-changing. It might feel like life-changing, but it's not. It's a quick little blip, and once you have the cash, it will instantly start being essentially devalued. Now, for those people that have been watching the channel for a while, you know what happens to cash. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this gentleman probably doesn't have as much knowledge. The more money they print, the less it's worth. That's why we've seen stuff like these dimes. That's a silver dime right there. You can tell when you look at the side that they're all silver. What makes them valuable? That they're silver. A silver dime now, $2.25. That's 22.5x. That's a roll. That's $5, which would basically put that at $112.50, I think, if I did the math right. You know, I can't emphasize enough why I would keep it. I wouldn't tell a lot of people you have it. I would keep it hush-hush. A lot of people will tell you you should just sell it. I mean, it's silver. Silver seems high right now. The charts look high, but they're not. I mean, it's not even at its... In 1980 or in 2008, but I like the 1980 because, hey, let's face it, people like to cherry pick numbers. Why shouldn't I a little bit? 1980 compared to now, it's cheaper now than it was in 1980. It's cheaper now than it was in 2011. We're starting to run up. Very soon, we will hit a new all-time high. This year or next year, I am convinced it's going to happen. Gold already seen the new all-time high, temporary all-time high, because I think that's going to break that too. I can't stress enough on that. If you are determined to sell it, email me. Let me know what state and city you're in. I don't need to know any of the details. A city within an hour from you will even work. There's a lot of people on the channel that would be interested in it. Once I know where you're at, a lot of those people I know where a bunch of people are around the U.S. California, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Texas, Mississippi, Nashville. There's people around you that are big into stacking, and most of the time they're quiet about it. However, me setting you up something where you go to a public place that both of you feel comfortable and selling it partially, I probably would not recommend anybody shows up with a whole monster box. However, if someone takes 5 rolls off of you, let's see, how many are in there? 20? Is it 22 a 2? Yeah, 22 a 2. If someone takes 100 ounces from you now and then 100 ounces from you later, or whatever the case may be, you get the money, and essentially they get the silver. I wouldn't meet up with anybody for all at once. In your case, being new and not really knowing what's going on, there's too many factors. Unless you were military or, you know what I'm saying, the security. Although the people that I would recommend if I linked you up with someone would be people that know what's going on, and I wouldn't link you up to someone I don't trust or I don't, feel comfortable with. But it's definitely something to think about. But I stand on my idea of, if millions of people in the United States are buying silver now, and every country except for the United States is buying silver because they know what's coming down the line, I would not let go of that silver for nothing. I would find you a place to secure it. I would stop. If you have a child, I would start teaching them about it, and I would start learning. And I do a lot of different videos, but I'm not the only YouTuber. Let's be honest. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that will give you a lot of good information. If they tell you to sell it to them, then I probably wouldn't listen to them. But with that being said, there's a lot of good. I would start learning about silver now. The opportunity to start stacking is running out. The silver demand is picking up. Manufacturing will pick up once the economy gets better. And when that happens, solar panels are going to go up. Everything that uses silver is going to go up in value, in my opinion. So, and the dollar is going to keep going down. And if we go into a major conflict, then it's only going to go higher. With that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up. We are at 20 minutes. I try not to go too much over 20 minutes because I don't want my camera to stop on me and have to start over. With that being said, I thank you all for watching, for commenting. Shoot me a message if you want. If you feel like you didn't quite get the answer you were looking for in the video, shoot me an email. It's tsquaretalktome@gmail.com. That pretty much goes for anybody. If anybody wants to shoot me an email, you can. I only check my email like every other day. But I would definitely hold on to it. And I really hope you email me back and just let me know your thoughts, or put a comment in below and let me know if this video affected you or helped you in any way. Once again, I am extremely sorry for your loss. I can't imagine, well, I can't imagine because it happened to me, but it's very difficult to lose a direct parent, and there's a lot of things that can happen that could shock you. I'm sure getting 500 ounces of silver was a shocker. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped other people out there. Let me know if it did. If it did, hit that thumbs up button, and I will talk to you guys again on T Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.